Hi guys, welcome back again to another beautiful video. Thank you so much for clicking on my video. If this is your first time, please do not make it your last subscribe. So in today's video, I want to quickly react to a lot of videos I saw trending on social media. You guys know how we do it here. Meanwhile, I get comments like, what makes Ghana better than Nigeria? Is it because they have 24/7 electricity?
I'm so sorry to announce to you guys that it is not just electricity. If former CBN governor Emefiele can say such about Ghana, so according to him, Ghana economy is the most stable economy in the whole of West Africa. Who am I to doubt him? I'm going to let you guys watch all these videos because we all know that these guys are economists. They really know facts and they are talking about whatever thing they share is 100% fact. So before I proceed, a disclaimer, this video is not a comparison video, but of course it's going to serve as an eye-opener to a lot of Nigerians to see how bad our economy has disvalued. I'm going to let you guys watch all these videos and of course how a lot of Nigerians have been seen reacting as they say that, see, when Nigeria has that name, Giant of Africa, should actually be a thing of the past because the giant is no longer gianting.
Ghana is doing relatively well comparatively. On the size of GDP, Ghana is now the 10th largest in Africa. Let's remember what I call them the B10 countries, the biggest 10 economies in Africa. It's number 10 exactly, as at last year, with GDP growth averaging over 6% recently. Nigeria is stuck at 2%, just for context. Unemployment less than 3%. Nigeria is at 23%. While youth unemployment is about 13%. That's right, all the stuff I could pull. Nigeria's is 36%. And poverty index 8 to 10% depending on the measure of poverty, whether you use $1.5 or 1.9. Nigeria, some people characterize us now as the poverty capital of the world. Inflation around 9%. And this is very important. Ghana is not perhaps, if you go by the publication by the Funds of Peace on the Fragile States Index, Ghana is the most stable country in West Africa. Ghana is ranked number 110 out of 178 countries in the world, and Nigeria ranks number 14. You can put the context. It's ranked from the worst to the best. Nigeria is on the red alert list, and you guys are there very, very far back. Competing with several of the developed countries in the world. So there is something to often, have some cheer. I present comparative figures for Nigeria, not just because it is your West African neighbor, but as Africa's largest economy and whose structure is similar to yours, largely dependent on primary commodities. Whatever Ghana is doing to produce these results, including its macroeconomic stabilization, especially fiscal consolidation and structural policies, it must intensify, albeit with continuing innovations and reforms. Comparisons are not to make you complacent or depressed, but to put your efforts in context. Never take what you have achieved for granted.
Now, Nigeria is called Giant of Africa, and that is because we used to have largest economy in Africa. Remember, we used to, but not anymore. Now, let's look at these charts together. In 2014, Nigeria was topping the chart of the highest economy in Africa with $568.5 billion. That was in 2014. Now, let's go to 2023. Nigeria left number 1 to number 3 with $374.9 billion. We crashed from $568.59. We crashed to 300. Now, welcome to 2024. Can you guess the number we're in right now as the largest economy in Africa? Oh, I guess you will not guess. You cannot guess. You cannot guess. We are in number 4 right now. Now, Nigeria is currently operating on $252.7 billion. Did you see where we crashed from? Are you sure by next year we will still be in chart or we'll be out of chart? If you notice something about this chart, South Africa has been following Nigeria. Now, in 2023, Egypt overtook Nigeria. Now, in 2024, South Africa is now topping, keeping Nigeria in number 4 in the largest economy in Africa. Now, here is the last question. Are we still the Giant of Africa? Answer me the question in the comment below.
The bitter truth remains that we are living in past glory. As it stands now, the Giant of Africa simply means the giant of population because, to be very honest, a lot of things Nigerians ought to do, they are not doing it. They are not even where they are. In short, as I speak right now, the economy is drastically going back. The time of Jonathan seems to be way better than the time of Tinubu. But then Nigerians were complaining that things were really hard. What is the fate of Nigeria today? Meanwhile, watch other videos.
Good developments for the Ghanaians and Ghana government as a whole. Nigeria, they call us Giant of Africa, but we are not that, because if Ghana, a whole Ghana could have a free visa, what's stopping Nigerians not to? So a lot of things the Ghanaians government Ghana government did for their citizens that we don't have here. They give room for investors. All these things give us chance to have a free, what's it called, visa also, but there are no room for investors here. You understand? The electricity is not working, the road is bad. So how do we get to a state whereby we can have a free visa to Dubai? No, it's not working. The Ghanaian government over time, because I once stayed in Ghana, I visited them for a while, put a lot of things in place for the citizen. And so they are reaping the benefit right now. They are reaping the benefit right now. Are we going to get there? Maybe. Maybe not. It depends on our leaders. Because if the leadership determines what will happen in this country. So it's in their hands. If they can make it better, we will get.
So South Africa has the largest economy in Nigeria. But in 2014, just look up, Nigeria has the largest economy in Africa, followed by South Africa, Egypt, Algeria, and Angola. You come down to 2023, Egypt has the largest economy in Africa, followed by South Africa, then Nigeria, Algeria, and Ethiopia. But this year, 2024, South Africa now has the largest economy in Africa. Wow. This life no balance, so no balance at all. Nigeria from first drop to third position, now to fourth position. Now wow. Nigeria will be great again, giant of Africa. We shall surely rise, yes. We must rise and take our rightful position. South Africa, the largest. Now, wow.
This is a message to any black person worldwide. I think if you are going on vacation to Tulum and Cabo, that's great. But if you have an opportunity, a chance, a moment to visit Africa, Ghana, Lagos, Tanzania, Ethiopia, then you should take that chance. There's nothing like being surrounded by black people, understanding your culture, feeling welcome, feeling safe. It's nothing like what America will teach you that it is. It's nothing like what we learned about it. It's better, it's bigger, it's beautiful, the people are kind. So I encourage you to go understand your roots, find your people, and love them the way that they would love you.
Before we proceed, let's quickly take a few comments. Someone said, to think that Nigeria was stopping when it was very corrupt under Jonathan and now in its lowest under master strategist and sent Tinubu is overhyped. I'm not a Nigerian, but I feel very bad for you guys. Good Lord Jonathan was the best and only educated leader we will ever have in Nigeria. I was doing very well with Jonathan before traveling out of Nigeria. So this comment says, we are giants in bad government and corruption. No, Nigeria and failure, na 5 and 6. Someone said, na since CPN enter our life, don't they spoil for Nigeria. 2025 go worse. You guys, the truth remains that if these things are not being tackled, it is gonna go bad. I still don't know why people are there to tell us that we should not stop talking about the bad things that are happening in the country. You guys should also channel that energy. Go and tell Emefiele that he shouldn't talk about things happening in Nigeria. You saw what he said. And I just don't know, even though the last time this guy was arrested, that was 2023, when DSS picked him up, it was because of all these things. Now he's there to talk about the fact that Ghana has stable. What has the politicians of Nigeria done to make us to have the stable economy just like Ghana and Ghanaians have been enjoying? I just don't understand these people. They are the ones complaining. They're also the ones putting it out there on social media. Nigerians will still come under you to tell you they should stop talking about Nigeria. Whereas it's all over the news. It is trending all over social medias. So if I decide to use my platform to talk about this so that change we need will come, why are you there arguing? You want us to shut our mouths? You guys have seen the chat. I made sure I share this chat here so you guys will see how bad the levels and the grades and how depreciative our economy is currently. This is actually a very insane thing to say. I don't really know what to do right now. I don't really want to say, but we just hope, like the last comment said, 2025 will be worse. We pray that the change we need will definitely reach this country positively, because if it does not reach this country, Nigeria, maybe our name might be off the chart if care is not taken. I also want to say something. You guys heard what Emefiele said. He's a smart man, and I believe that if, as it stands now, to say, sure, the truth remains that Nigerians look up to Ghana. It is obvious. Nigerians looks up to Ghana. So people that say, aside electricity, what other thing does Nigeria have? Sorry, does Ghana have? Ghana has stable government, stable economy, not government. Ghana has stable economy more than Nigeria. And I also like to know what you think down the comment section, because see, to be very honest, it is safe to say that Nigerians should now learn from Ghana. I said this, I'm saying it again. The earlier we take pride away, humble ourselves to learn from these guys, the better, because Ghanaians have done so well for themselves. I understand the fact that we have some, trials. All countries are facing, even US, a lot of countries are facing some backlash and all that. But Nigerians' own is indeed pro max.
Meanwhile, I'd like to know what you guys think in the comments. If this is your first time coming across my face, thank you so much for clicking on my video. I would like to have you, so please subscribe, okay? And to you all returning subscribers, I don't take your love for granted. I will see you guys soon in my next video. Stay happy, be kind, and be blessed. Bye, guys.